We're getting ready to get up and running here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Loud Majority Live. Loud Majority Live here as we wait for folks to jump on in. We've got a lot to talk about. Big news. Really big news regarding the schools. Really big news. I've got an article here that we're going to read. We'll go over it, but really big news regarding the schools. Really big news regarding the month of August and what we're up to. Really big news regarding some events and some happenings. Okay, the Greg Kelly interview will air next week, so don't worry about that. That's going to happen. Excuse me. The Greg Kelly interview will air next week. All right. And we will have the after party tonight. So when we're done on this stream, we will be over on Instagram at Long Island Loud Majority. We'll be over on Instagram at Long Island Loud Majority, and we'll have some fun. We'll treat it like what we do on the TikTok streams. So we are live. Let me make sure that we're up on all 4 spots. Let me see here. We are up on the Loud Majority's public page on Facebook. We're up on Twitter. We're up on YouTube. And we are up on my personal Facebook. So that's awesome. So without further ado, let's talk about what's going on. So thanks for coming back after last night's technical problems. Obviously, there were some issues, and I'm monitoring my internet now, and it looks like it's treating us a little better. Okay, it's treating us a little better. So we're going to talk about what's coming up in August first, and then tie that into how and what we're going to be doing going forward. So the first news with August is obviously we're going to be going to Binghamton. Going up to Binghamton, Broome County Courthouse. I've posted the flyer several times. That is on Sunday the 8th. Sunday the 8th. Okay? So Sunday the 8th is Binghamton. It's an Unmask Our Kids rally, and this rally just got a hell of a lot more important than it was. I mean, it's already important, but now it's even bigger, and I'll explain to you why in a moment. Also, on Saturday this weekend, George, over at the Shirley 7-Eleven, is going to be having a rally on the corner out there from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. So go join George Pritchard at the 7-Eleven in Shirley, south of the LIE on the William Floyd Parkway. Please park across the street from the 7-Eleven on the northbound side of the William Floyd Parkway so as not to jam up 7-Eleven's parking lot and hurt their business. That's happening on Saturday. Also on Saturday, I will be going up to Binghamton. We're staying overnight in Binghamton for the rally at the Broome County Courthouse on Sunday the 8th. The Unmask the Children rally on Sunday the 8th. Like I said, I've put up the flyer. I will put it up again. As of right now, looking for it. I don't know what happened to it. Where did I put it? Where's the flyer? Okay, what happened to the flyer? Where did it go? Maybe it's with Hillary's emails. Okay, oh, I found it. There it is. Unmask Our Kids rally, 1 p.m., Broome County Courthouse lawn, 92 Court Street in Binghamton, New York. We will be speaking there. There are several other candidates and several other speakers from New York. And this is a group and some folks that we met up in Albany at the Unmask rally in Albany on June 28th. And obviously that rally was so important to make connections upstate, because if there's one thing that we have to do as a state, especially now with creepy, touchy-feely Andrew Cuomo, I'm the governor of the state of New York. I make the rules. If I want you to take off your clothes, I'll tell you to take off your clothes, but you must not take off your mask. That's a bad attempt at Andrew Cuomo. Some of you guys like that. Some of you guys like the Andrew Cuomo. I don't know. I got to work on it. I got to work on that, right? The Andrew Cuomo. But yes, so touchy-feely Andrew Cuomo right now is in he's in a bit of a pickle right now. He's in a bit of a pickle, okay? He's between a rock and a hard place, the hardest place the world has ever seen. But Andrew Cuomo's in a pickle. So we're putting pressure on him. And now it's even more important to continue to put the pressure on him because he's not in a good place. But one thing I want to clarify, and people think I'm strange for this, and they're yelling about, Greg Kelly. Oh, he's defending Andrew Cuomo. Listen, Andrew Cuomo is the Democrat. I think the Democrats know that Andrew Cuomo can't win in 2022. Okay? I think the Democrats know that Andrew Cuomo can't win in 2022. Right? Why else pursue this case? Why not just sweep it under the rug? I know it's that much. It was 11 people, 12 people, however many it was that accused him, and all the complaints and everything. I mean, first of all, the guy's a creep. We kind of knew that already. But Andrew Cuomo, the Democrats know that he can't win in 2022. And I think they're trying to get him out of the way, especially Letitia James. And everyone goes, well, if Letitia James wanted to really enforce the law, she could have brought charges. Well, think about it. If she brings charges, doesn't that look like a conflict of interest if she then runs for governor? Right? So it's a double-edged sword. But I think this is all being done. Not that this isn't true, and not that the accusations aren't true, and not that Andrew Cuomo is not a monster. He's a creep. He's a terrible guy. He's awful. Rob Carson, what's going on? Yeah, this man is a comedic genius, and I hope you guys listen to his podcast, Newsmax Daily, with Rob Carson. An absolute genius. Hard to find better, believe it or not. It's a mastermind. We're talking about a mastermind. We're talking about a mind that nobody has ever seen. A mastermind. But when you look at Cuomo, right, and when you look at 22, when you look at how popular Lee Zeldin is down here and how popular he's going to be upstate, why? Because he's a good guy. He's a good guy. Okay? He's a genuine person. He's a patriot. Okay? They know Andrew Cuomo can't win that race. He's not running against a nobody. They know he can't win in 22. So they're taking him down. Their use for him is over, and they're taking him down. And I think that's what a lot of people interpret as a defense of Andrew Cuomo. When Greg Kelly says this is a witch hunt, and when people come out there and say this is a coordinated hit, they're not saying that Andrew Cuomo is innocent. I don't think Andrew Cuomo is innocent. I think they're saying that there is another reason for this. So we rallied up in Albany on June 28th. Now we're going to be rallying out in Binghamton. We met the people that we needed to meet, and we're going to grow our influence all throughout the state. And this is all going to tie together with everything, with CRT, with Trump, with freedom, with fighting back against mandatory vaccines, with fighting against masks in schools, and with electing a new governor. This is all going to tie together. Okay? And so let's move on to, our second, my second topic, which is what's coming up after Binghamton. All right, so Broome County Courthouse lawn, 1 p.m. if you can make it. I know a lot of you that I'm talking to are from Long Island, but if you can make it to Binghamton, please come by. Let's show Binghamton. Let's show Binghamton that we have their back. Okay, let's show them that we have their back. So Broome County Courthouse, 1 p.m. Sunday, Binghamton. And there's Lori. I cannot wait to come up to Binghamton. See Dominic Thorne is on the chat tonight. And everybody knows we've seen Dominic at a bunch of our rallies. He was just over at Sunken Meadow, running for county legislator. Dom Thorne, awesome guy. We're going to be out there helping him out in his campaign. Thanks for joining the stream, Dom. Sunday, 1 p.m., Broome County. Now, after Binghamton is over, next week is going to be a week that is going to feel like a month, okay? And I'm going to explain to you why. Next week is going to be a week that's going to feel like a month. We've got so much coming. So much coming next week. August 13th at the America First Warehouse. Those of you who have been to the America First Warehouse, you guys know. The place it's like dying and going to heaven. There's all this memorabilia. There's this unbelievable, these flags everywhere. There's paintings, there's pictures, the rug, the chairs, the seats, the decorations, everything in that warehouse is America First, down to the owner, Joe the Box, okay? One of the best, one of the most down-to-earth patriots that you can have. So August 13th, we're holding an event down there having to do with kind of two things. Number one, it's going to be able to locally organize for the upcoming school board meetings, because these meetings are going to be so important going into these August meetings because of the new state guidelines. And we're going to get to that in a second, because there are no new state guidelines. It is local. Listen, folks, the state is not mandating, they're not placing any universal guidelines on COVID, anything on the schools. They're not. They're not. Okay? It's in LOHUD. We had it. It's in Newsday. Right here. Before we jump on, I've got the guest of all guests on the line here. You guys know him very well. State Health Commissioner Howard Zucker issued a statement Thursday saying school districts were reestablished as the controlling entity for schools on June 25th when authorities ended the pandemic state of emergency. Okay? The schools are in control of these decisions. And on Friday, August 13th, we're going to have Scott Presler. You guys know Scott Presler? Okay, awesome. With Rise New York, the Rise New York pack. We're going to have America's Professor Nicholas Giordano to teach us and to talk to us about how the most effective ways to push back and to, secure our schools and our education for our children. And we want the children and we want the students to come down as well, because there's a lot that the students can do by networking with each other, district to district. Plus, this place is awesome. The kids will love it. First 50 kids in get a free drawstring bag. Okay? But come down. Scott Presler is going to be teaching everybody how to register new voters. He's going to be teaching folks how to run for office. Okay? So for those of you who want to run for a local office, like Dom Thorne, those of you who want to run for a local office, like maybe you want to run for school board and you want to take the lessons that Scott will teach you and apply that to local school board elections, that will work. Scott Presler is the best of the best at this stuff. This is something you don't want to miss. This is something your children don't want to miss. It's a great opportunity to meet a great patriot like Scott Presler, and a great opportunity to meet America's Professor Nicholas Giordano, as seen on Tucker Carlson. Okay? So he'll be down there as well. That man is a genius. That man is so smart, and really pay attention to him, listen to him, and learn from him. Both of those men are going to be down there. The America First Warehouse, August 13th. We're going to be starting the event, I believe, at 7, either 6 or 7. I'll double check, but we got the flyer everywhere. Kids come down. Bring the kids down. Binghamton is, I'm seeing on the chat here to some stragglers, Binghamton is Sunday, August 8th, 1 p.m., Broome County Courthouse Lawn. August 13th, America First Warehouse, 90 13th Avenue. The America First Warehouse next Thursday. Now, without further ado, and yes, Nicholas Giordano is the host of the PAS Report podcast. We're going to bring on, we've known him since Greenport, September 20th, 2020. And ever since meeting at Greenport, he has made so much noise, leading the NoFo Mofos around on the North Fork, keeping everybody active, keeping everybody engaged. Oh, taking over ferries. He took over the Shelter Island ferry back on November 1st, okay, before the election. So I'm going to bring him on now because the technical difficulties still have not hit. So we're going to knock on wood. The Commodore, oops, there we go. I just punched the microphone. That's a good way to start the technical difficulties. So we're going to bring him on. Here he is, Commodore Vinny Torelli of the Conqueror of the Shelter Island Ferry. I think I got you on. Let me split the screen here. And there it is. Vinny.
Yeah.
And can you guys hear Vinny?
You guys all hear me?
I hear you.
Dude, we haven't done this in forever.
Yeah. Looks like we got you. So Vinny is on the stream. Welcome to the stream.
Yeah,
and,
right.
So Vinny called me. A couple of days ago. And we were talking about what we wanted to do on the North Fork. And Vinny knows some cool things that go on up there. So I'm going to let him tell everybody what we got planned for the 14th, Saturday, the 14th, because it is going to be huge and it is going to be a blast. So go for it, Vinny.
Yeah. So it wasn't, everybody out here is, the North Fork's just stayed energized, and I try to, if I stop and I see our people, I've seen more flags out here in the past probably month than I've seen in a long time. It just seems like everybody's getting fired up and back into it. I'm like, we got to get everybody together. And we're talking about doing the ferries again. And I was like, somebody brought to my attention. He didn't want me to mention his name because he actually had another event to go to next weekend, but he canceled that event so he could come to our event. So he didn't want the other people to get upset. So, it's like a group effort. So Riverhead Raceway, I know a lot of you guys love Vinny's shirt. Thanks, guys.
Vinny's shirt is great, by the way. Your shirt is fantastic.
To, like, hold my phone. So let me see. Is that better?
That's good.
All right, cool. So they brought to my attention. Riverhead Raceway we have out here. We have it right. It's right in Riverhead. It's 20 minutes up the road from us, and for everybody else, it's kind of a midpoint. So it just so happens that next Saturday, the 14th, they are hosting an I Love America night. So I was like, wow, that's kind of appropriate. I feel like that would be a nice night to get everybody out and go hang out. So we called the racetrack and they are all about it. But I don't think we should just go to the racetrack.
No,
right?
We can't just do that. No,
that
would be too easy. No,
that would just be too easy. Right?
No, there's a parking lot about a half mile down the road.
That knows us very well.
Yeah.
So next Saturday we're gonna tailgate and rally, and then we're all gonna go to the races together as a group. We're gonna roll into Riverhead with as many as we can get. And we've spoken with the owners. Like I said, they are totally on board. We're probably going to park out back, as a backfield. Keep that in mind. We'll get into more specifics as the time goes on. Again, this is next weekend, the 14th, not this weekend.
14th.
Yeah. So we'll talk about all that stuff, but it's going to be a blast. And, we'll tailgate, we'll hang out, we'll get to the track, we'll tailgate, we'll hang out, then we'll go inside and we'll all hang out more and talk and all catch up. I might have a few surprises up my sleeve for, when we actually get inside. Nothing crazy. We're going to keep it classy like we always do.
Of course.
And DS Kids. Yes, this is a kid-friendly event. Yes. This race night is actually pretty cool because we've been talking a lot about the kids. And when I saw what they were doing, they're actually having a night that's kind of geared towards kids. They're doing a kids big wheel race that if you guys are on here and you want more information, if you're going to bring your kids, you could actually enter your kids into it. They provide the equipment for the kids. They actually race on the track on like little plastic trikes. It's pretty cool. It's like slide all over the place and crash. It's pretty funny.
That's awesome.
And then they have another one where it's like go-karts at the kids race. Like it's a cool night. And then at the end of the night is the big old demolition derby. And, nothing says America like that. And then, right after that's the fireworks that they shoot off basically right from in front of us. So it's going to be a really cool night.
So we're going to start at the old Walmart parking lot over there in Riverhead, 765 Old Country Road. What time you want everyone? What time you think we're getting everyone over there?
4:30. Only because the racing starts a little bit later with qualifying and everything. But in order to get everybody from that lot into Riverhead, get tickets, get inside, it's going to take a little bit. So, I figure we'll get there at 4:30, roll out at 5:30. We'll head west down 58, and then it's another left right into the racetrack. It's a straight shot. It's a little bit less than a mile, but we'll take our time, you know?
Yeah, it's about a half mile down the road, but we'll be able to flood the road. And the owners are all cool with leaving our flags up in the parking lot. We don't want to take them into the venue, but we can leave them up on the truck all night. So if you want to drive in, you park in, you leave whatever flags. Now, one thing I do want to just make clear, there are going to be kids there. A lot of us like to fly that flag that says F Biden. Can we please, please, please keep those ones out of this one, please? You know, anything kind of like that when we're dealing with kids, it's just not a good look. So, hey, you want to have a Trump 2024 or a Trump 2020 or a USA or Don't Tread on Me or anything? That's all cool. Just those F Biden flags. Let's keep those out. I think it's $30 at the door, right?
Yeah. Adults are $30, and I think 12 and under is 15.
Okay.
So anybody over 12 is going to be $30, and then I think it's $15. Kids under 5 are free. They have food, they have adult beverages, they have soda, they have candy, they have all that stuff. So, but again, if you guys want to tailgate, you guys know what to do. You're all big boys and girls. I don't need to tell you what to do.
Right. And, the night is called I Love America.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
the
last time I checked, like this group is like big. We're not into Megan Rapinoe with the purple hair. We're like stand for the flag and I love America. So we should be definitely going to this event. I will be there. And I'm looking forward to seeing anybody else show up down there. And if you're going to go to the event, the caravan is literally a half mile down the road.
Yep.
Come in, hang out. Let's all go in together. And, let's have it's going to be so much fun. It sounds like it's going to be I looked at the weather. The weather looks great. It looks like we're going to have, that's for 2 weeks. I don't know what the weather's going to be like next Saturday, but let's just say it looks great because we're going to be positive. We're not going to wish anything bad on the day, but, it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm excited to get back up into the North Fork. And I know Vinny said there's a lot of energy already surrounding it, and we've only had the event up for a day, and Facebook's trying to take it down already. So,
dude, they wouldn't even let me post it because I don't know if you guys knew this, but apparently now Patriot is a bad word on Facebook.
Yeah, it's a bad word. It's a bad word everywhere.
That's why if you guys saw the event, there's an @ symbol for the A because they wouldn't let me post the other one. It's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, so take a look at Vinny's page. He's Vinny Torelli on Facebook. Take a look at mine. Take a look at the Loud Majority Facebook page as well. The event is posted. Go in there. There's details in there. You can just go in there and hit if you're going or you're interested. We've had a pretty good response so far. We still got about 9 days before the event, so I have a feeling it's going to be pretty big. It's going to be a nice little spectacle driving into that lot and backing up 25. With our flags. You know what? If Mara Gay comes to Long Island and says the American flag disturbs her, that's not my problem. That's her problem. So I'm going to fly that flag. I'm going to fly whatever flags I want within reason. Of course, we said which ones we don't want to see. And we're going to have a great time next Saturday. So Friday the 13th is the Pressler and Giordano over at the warehouse. The very next day is I Love America night at the Riverhead Raceway. Caravan to the raceway. Get to the lot, 765 Old Country Road, 4:30, rolling out by 5:30. We've touched base with police already. You've done a great job with that. Always does a great job with that. Vinny's always on top of that, knowing that that's one of the most important things, making sure that we're not making their life hard. And then we go right to the raceway and we have a good night. So that's going to be awesome.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun. Sean, just like people were asking questions. Somebody put up, can they bring the F Biden flag with the asterisk? No. That's implied, and we do not want to be a spectacle. We want to have fun and do it classy. Personally, if I see you guys with them, I might come up to you nicely and just ask you to take it down. I mean, whatever you guys want to fly on the way there, that's on you. But
right,
I would, and I know everybody else is probably on board understanding why, because this is a very, very kid-friendly atmosphere, and the owner specifically said to keep the profanity out of it. So we're going to honor that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you want to run with it on the way there, that's fine. But, once we get in the parking lot, let's respect the owner. Let's make sure, because you got to understand the owner, he may take flack for it. Why are you letting this happen on your land? Da, da, da. I don't know whose truck it is. We don't want to get him in hot water, right? If he's letting us fly Trump flags, that's kind of like badass enough these days, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's just keep those ones out. Everything else, fair game. And it's it's going to be a good time. So I'm excited.
I can't wait to see everybody. So
yeah,
it'll be a lot of fun.
Well, thanks for jumping on, Finn. Everyone's happy to see you, and we're all looking forward to seeing you on Saturday the 14th. And let's go. I love America, and we'll be in touch. We'll do more streams. We'll bring you on if there's any changes or any more ideas or whatnot, or just updates on it. All right?
Sounds good, buddy.
Thank you, Vin.
All right. Talk to you guys soon.
Later. Vinny Torelli, the Commodore, the conqueror of the Shelter Island Ferry, ladies and gentlemen. So that's what's happening on the 14th. And then, as you know, the very next day, August 15th, is the March on Gracie Mansion. The March on Gracie Mansion in New York City, set up and organized by our friends at the New York Young Republican Club, Gavin Wax and his crew and his team. The March on Gracie Mansion. There are going to be a lot of names that are going to be joining that event. If you can make it to the city that day, please make it. It is a 3:30 start, and we are posting the flyer everywhere. So next week, we've got a triple header, a back-to-back-to-back. Okay, Friday the 13th is Scott Pressler, Professor Nicholas Giordano down at the America First Warehouse, 6 p.m., 90 13th Avenue, Ronkonkoma, New York. That's down there. That's the big meeting down there. Okay. And a very important meeting. And I'm going to get to it in just a second now when we get back to schools. The day after is I Love America night at the Riverhead Raceway. 4:30, the Caravan. Get to 765 Old Country Road in Riverhead. 4:30, we'll be leaving by 5:30, 6 o'clock. On the 14th, heading to the Raceway. And then the 15th is the March on Gracie Mansion. The 15th is the March on Gracie Mansion in New York City, set up, organized by the New York Young Republican Clubs, our friends at the New York Young Republican Club, Gavin Wax and his team. We love them. They're always great to us, and we want to go show support and save our city. Save our city. A lot of big names, a lot of good speakers are going to be there as well. Once again, this weekend, Saturday, on the corner, the 7-Eleven corner, George Pritchard is holding a rally, flag rally, 7-Eleven, just south of the LIE on William Floyd Parkway. Please park across the street on the northbound side. Do not park in the 7-Eleven parking lot. That's going from 9 to noon. Sunday the 8th, Binghamton, 1 p.m., Broome County Courthouse lawn. I am staying over the night before, I believe, in the La Quinta. So if you guys want to, if you're there, if you're coming, come by. And then we have, let's see what else now. This is the last thing I wanted to talk about. Okay. The news out of New York State. This is from LoHUD. It's in Newsday. It's everywhere. New York will let local schools set COVID guidelines, including on mask mandates. Folks, you've wanted the ball. You've wanted them to give us this control. You've wanted to be in charge. You've wanted to be in the driver's seat. This is it. Okay? It is now up to the local district. It is now, oh yes, Ride for Hunter, also on Sunday, upstate Yorktown Heights. That is a good point. There is also the Ride for Hunter. The little boy's battling a dangerous disease. I think it is, I'm not sure if it's leukemia, but it's Ride for Hunter, August 7th, Yorktown Heights, Yorktown Elks Lodge, 590 Waverly Road. And that is going to be at starting at 11 a.m. Okay, 11 a.m. The Ride for Hunter. I posted the GoFundMe, folks. They were about $5,000 short of the goal. We were making some progress yesterday. I've been posting a lot about it on my Instagram story. I'll put the flyer out again tonight, and I'll do it again tomorrow so you guys know about that. Hunter is a little boy. He's battling leukemia, and, it's not a cheap venture. And I originally wanted to be a part of this event, but got stuck at work, and I can't make it. But I want, they've raised a lot of money for this little boy. And if you can't make it and be a part of the ride and be a part of the fundraiser that day, please donate to the GoFundMe. Okay. I've posted it a bunch of times. I'll post it again. Ride for Hunter Saturday, August 7th. That is in 2 days in Yorktown Heights. Now, we've said we wanted control. We've said we wanted to be the ones who make the decisions. Your local school boards are now making the decisions on masks. Okay. They're making the decisions. And schools like Smithtown have already sent letters to Andrew Cuomo. Hello, Smithtown. Hello, Smithtown. Don't you feel better, Smithtown? By the way, to the concerned parents of Smithtown account who decided to refer to Kevin and myself as Tweedledum and Tweedledee. Tweedledum here, reporting for duty, proud to announce that Jennifer Bradshaw is no longer a member of your district. So you can go ahead and be concerned all you want. You can go ahead and throw us names all you want. We still won. You still lost. You're not indoctrinating the kids anymore. Deal with it. Okay? And if you're doing this in other districts, if there's a Jennifer Bradshaw in another district, we're coming for you too. And we'll make sure that, you don't do what they were trying to do up in Smithtown. But now you have the school boards. Okay? They now have the control. Your local districts have the control. According to New York State, there will not be any blanket guidelines. According to New York State, there will not be any, universal measures for the schools. This is going to be given to the local school districts. That control is going to the local school districts, and it is you who put those people in power. You've wanted this moment. You've asked for this moment. You've asked your boards to act before. This is the moment right here, right now, where if we do nothing, your kid wears a mask. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. If we do nothing, if we don't show up to these board meetings, if we don't post about it, if we don't talk about it, if we don't email our board every day, if we don't find out what their plans are with masks and critical race every day, it's your fault. It will be your fault. It will be our fault collectively. It will be our fault collectively if we let these children wear masks in the schools. Smithtown has already sent a letter. They did this a couple of weeks ago to Cuomo saying, we want the decision and here's what we believe. I know Hauppauge did this earlier too. I know Massapequa did this earlier too. Okay? So this is the moment you've wanted. You've wanted this control. You've wanted this power. You've wanted to have this influence on the board. You've wanted to pressure the board to do their job. The board has repeatedly punted. The board has repeatedly passed the buck, district by district. It's not us. It's the state. They can't hide behind that excuse anymore. It is time to put the pressure on your school boards now. It is time to do it now. The state is no longer putting the pressure on with regards to a mandate or withholding funding with masks and COVID protocols in the schools. It is now the local district's decisions, which means it is your decision. Your decision. You've wanted this power. You've wanted to be the one in the driver's seat. You've got it. It's time to act. No more talking. Talk is cheap. It's time to do, as Dan Bongino said. Now, if the schools are going to say they're following the CDC, they're not mandated to do that. That is their decision. That is their decision. If your school says we're just following the CDC is not making them follow them. The state is not making them follow them. They are choosing to do it. There is no mandate in place that says the school must follow the CDC. That's just a fact, guys. So if that's the excuse that they're going to hide behind, call it out now. Call it out now. Don't wait. Don't wait. West Babylon School District. I'll be speaking there August 17th. I want to know what the hell is going on and why members of that board voted for DEI. When there are members on that board who used to be police officers. What the hell is that about when the first item in DEI is the senseless killing of black and brown people at the hands of law enforcement? A complete and utter myth. Speaking of that, the myth of systemic racism, Mike Simonelli's got a book coming out. Mike Simonelli, instrumental in some of the Smithtown School Board elections as well, running for county legislator as well. Mike Simonelli will have a book out about the false narrative that is systemic racism and police brutality. And that's coming out in September, October. And I urge everybody to get it, and I will definitely be getting it the day it comes out. Mike Simonelli's a great guy. If you ever met him, you should. But you have wanted this power. You have wanted this influence. You have wanted this control. This is a we the people moment. Now, are we the people going to let them diaper up your kids? Are we the people going to let them abuse your kids? No. No. Now is the time to put pressure. Post about when the school board meetings are. Let me know when the school board meetings are. I will try to get to as many as I can get to. I can't speak at any of them except the one in West Babylon. But I'll be there to support you. I'll be there to help you. I've been to Comac. I've been to Comswag. I've been to Smithtown. I'm hearing there's some problems going up in East Meadow. Spoke to a few parents today. I'll be there soon. Next time they have a meeting. It's in September. Okay, I know Miller Place. I know Three Village. I know there's a lot of people. We're talking to a lot of folks. Rocky Point, Sayville, Islip. I'm hearing from all you guys. Lindenhurst, Babylon, Merrick. I'm hearing from all you guys. I'm hearing you. Seaford, I got you. Now, I obviously can't go to every meeting. Unfortunately, I have a day job. But I will do my damnedest to be there to support you. And I will do my damnedest to see who can be there to support you. Bethpage, another one. Next week, Bethpage School Board. And I'll be posting about that as well. It's time to put the pressure on the boards now. Start writing your emails. Start making your phone calls. Start posting. Start organizing within your districts. Come down on the 13th to the America First Warehouse where we're going to strategize and organize and brainstorm how the hell we're going to push back the strategies, the most effective strategies. That's why we're going to have folks like Scott Pressler down there. And we're going to have folks like Nicholas Giordano, Professor Nicholas Giordano down there. And we are going to turn this around because the days of being silent are over. The days of being silent are done. Silence today is a kid in a mask tomorrow. It's that simple. Silence today is mandatory vaccines tomorrow. It's that simple. Silence today is critical race theory, division, segregation, Jim COVID laws. Silence today is tyranny tomorrow. Enough of the silence. Enough of the fear. Enough of being afraid. I get it. Not everybody has the opportunity to get out on the street. There are things you're risking. There's definitely a safety concern at some time, regarding maybe where we're going. Okay? New York City on the 15th. Use your judgment. It's New York City. Now, with Gavin being in charge and running this, and the New York City Young Republicans running this, the New York Young Republican Club running this, I have no doubt that it's going to be safe and secure. But it's still New York City, folks. I get it. You may work in a place where you can't be seen, where there's Trump flags right now, because it'll destroy your livelihood and your family's at risk. I get it. I understand. But for those of you who have been waiting to rally, for those of you who have been waiting to get behind something, and I understand the audits, I understand the continued, the continued evidence and irregularities and questions that we still see coming out about the 2020 election. I understand all that, and I understand that we're still upset about that, and I'm still upset about that, and I want free and fair elections too. But arguing for voter ID tomorrow and arguing about the audits tomorrow does nothing to get the kids out of masks tomorrow. There is a time and a place. And we will rally for Trump again. Hell, we're doing it on Saturday, the 14th, heading to the Raceway. Let's turn it into MAGA country, folks. Not everything can be about Donald Trump, though. And I think he would tell you that. And Steve Bannon, one of the biggest players getting Trump elected was Steve Bannon. And he said, you don't save a country every 4 years on election day. You don't save it every 4 years. You save it in your backyard. You save it on your school boards. You save it in your county ledge races, Dom Thorne. You save it on your city council races, Vicky Palladino, and your mayor's races with Curtis Sliwa, and your county executive spots, and your state senator spots, and those races. That's where you save the nation. Chip away at the foundation. Chip away at the foundation. And we're going to have the opportunity to do that in the month of August, folks. This is going to be a pivotal month. This is going to be one of the most pivotal months in the last 18 months. If we do this right in August, and we have school districts not falling, we have school districts standing up and saying, if you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. If you don't want to wear a mask, don't wear a mask. If we have that, and we start to see the dominoes fall, we will have been successful helping out a group of people, these children, who cannot help themselves. They do not have a voice. They cannot push back. They can't push back against masks. They can't push back against critical race theory. They need us to do it. They need their school boards to do it. School board meetings are starting to fire up again. Go to them. Get involved. You don't want to speak? That's fine. Learn about what's going on. Because I'll tell you right now, there is nothing that pisses me off more than when I see a child who can't help him or herself have to put that mask on for 8.5 hours a day in a hot school building, hiding his or her smile, not being able to see the smiles on his or her friends' faces. There's nothing that pisses me off more than seeing a child have to admit to a fake history. Seeing a child have to admit that America is inherently a bad place. And this SEL is CRT, and it is DEI. There is nothing that pisses me off more than watching a child who can't fight back, who has to obey what the teacher says. Watching that teacher just feed on that power like a predator. That's what's going on in the schools. And that's what we're going to stop this month. But only if we take action. August 13th, America First Warehouse. Huge event. There are school board meetings before that, though, and go to them and let me know when they are, because I want to go to them as well. Folks, we've been streaming for about 45 minutes. And I think we hit on everything we needed to hit on for the time being. We do have a We do have a big event that we're planning for the 28th of August as well. So save the date, Saturday, August 28th. Save the date. That's going to be a big one too. But let's focus on what's right ahead of us now. August 7th, George Pritchard, 7-Eleven, Shirley, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. You know the corner. The corner. Also, August 7th, Saturday, the Ride for Hunter up in Yorktown Heights. Little boy battling leukemia. If you can't make the ride, please consider donating to the GoFundMe. I've posted it on my personal page. I will post it again tomorrow. And I'll also post it tonight. Okay? That's August 7th. August 8th, Binghamton rally, Unmask the Children, which is now far more significant because all this local pressure that we can apply up in Binghamton, it'll also trickle down to Long Island. One district falls, they all start to fall. One says you can make masks voluntary, they all start to do it. Maybe not all of them. Maybe you have a district with an extremely liberal board, who knows? But let's put pressure on these districts. And as we're going to Binghamton, Broome County Courthouse, Lawn, 1 p.m., Binghamton. That's on Sunday the 8th. Friday, August 13th, 7 p.m., America First Warehouse. Scott Pressler and Professor Nicholas Giordano. Parents and children are encouraged to attend. I can't stress that enough. The first 50 children, age 13 to 19, will get a free drawstring bag, LILM drawstring bag, okay? They can carry around their school. Keep their teachers from trying anything crazy. Okay? Free drawstring bag for the kids. First 50 kids in the building. Please bring your children down. They can help the fight as well. And if they feel a certain way and they're afraid, well, they will meet other children who feel the same way. It'll be a great networking event, and we can actually start fighting this from within. We can help these kids. We can empower them. They can feel comfortable. They can socialize with other peers. It'll be a great way to bring people together. So that's August 13th. August 14th, I Love America Night. I Love America Night at the Riverhead Raceway, 765 Old Country Road, 4:30 meeting, leaving by 5:30 p.m., 5:30, 6 o'clock. Caravan down to the Riverhead Raceway for I Love America Night. Keep the F. Biden flags home. Everything else is good. Kids are free on the 13th event. Kids are free on the 13th event, okay? At the America First Warehouse. Bring them down, please. Very important. Very, very important. August 15th, the March on Gracie Mansion. New York City Young Republicans setting that up. We'll be there. August 11th, also. August 11th, next Wednesday, August 11th, the Whitestone Republican Club meeting. We will also be there. We will also be there. So August 11th, Wednesday, August 11th, Whitestone Republican meeting. A Republican club. We love the Whitestone Republican Club meeting. So, folks, the time is now to take action with these school boards. We've waited for this moment for a very long time. We now have the ball in our hands. We cannot fumble. We cannot make an error. We cannot screw this up. Okay, the governor's in some trouble. He's going to have to relax. He's getting impeached, potentially. We'll see how that plays out. I, for one, would rather run against a weak Andrew Cuomo than a strong Letitia James any day. And I think Letitia James is trying to get herself into the governor's seat by doing this. So that's it for the stream tonight. Join us on Instagram. I'm going to throw it on the caption here. Join us on Instagram for the after party. We're going to have some fun. It's going to be a fun stream. I'm going to do the voice. We'll do some funny things. It'll be just like the TikTok over on our Instagram, IG, at Long Island Loud Majority. Please head over to our website, officialloudmajority.com or loudmajorityus.com. Scroll to the bottom. Sign up for the newsletter. We do have the new national shirts. They're pretty cool. Look at that. It's the United States, the U.S., Loud Majority U.S., shirts are in on the site. Go check it out. If you want to support us, go grab some merch on the shop on the site. We would really appreciate your support. That would be great. And anything else you got You can send a message to us through the website. You can hit us up on Facebook, Long Island Loud Majority page. You can hit us up on our personals. We'll do our best to answer. We do get swamped. It's crazy, especially with everything going on and the viral videos and all the crazy stuff. So it's a good time. I'm thrilled to be doing it. I can't wait to keep pushing with every one of you guys here. Thank you so much for the support. I will catch you guys soon. We went over everything. Look out for a newsletter maybe Friday night. We'll look out for a newsletter Friday night. We'll send one out Friday afternoon, Friday night. Tomorrow night, we'll send out a newsletter detailing the next couple of events. Officialloudmajority.com. Scroll to the bottom. Give me your email. Get on our email list so you never miss a thing. Thank you guys so much. I'll catch you on Instagram in about 10 minutes for a fun little after party like the good old days. Until then, thanks for joining, folks, and stay loud.